Welcome back, everybody, to the Trade Raiders Podcast, the comic book club where we read a different trade paperback every single week. I'm Daniel, you're Nathan, you're Brandon, we're homies. Woo. We read comics.
Is there a bunch of nerds on a Zoom call?
Welcome to the husband support group. How is everyone?
Surviving.
Yeah.
Doing well. You know, when my wife lets me read a comic book every once in a while, you know, it's pretty good.
We got different time codes in our description. We got the book, which is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. We got Background Matters in the poll list, but we start with the news. Brandon, you got any news?
I thought I had something, but I forgot it. Come back to me.
Okay. Nathan.
I got some news. Biggest news I found out today. Daniel, you know Rom? Are you a big fan of Rom?
I sure am. Not really. No, I haven't read anything yet.
I haven't read any Rom. It's impossible to get any Rom books, it seems like. But Rom's coming back. Did you hear about that?
I don't know if it's like a comeback necessarily.
No, that's like a new series.
Is it?
It's by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De Felici.
So,
like they're fully revamping it?
Like it's a full new series.
When's it come out then, Nathan?
I took a screenshot of the cover, not the release date.
So there was a blind bag for a book called Mask that's in the Energon universe currently. In Rom, there's like a one shot of Rom that was included in the blind bag. Maybe that's the issue that you got instead of the book that you wanted. I don't know. But that was like just a surprise thing. And so it's just a one shot. They might have a series so far. I don't know for sure. But all I know right now is that there's a one shot.
Well, there's
Robert
a one shot coming out.
Lorenzo De Felici, Matt Lopez. Matt Lopez, who colored this book that we're reading this week. So
weird. Why do they make it all weird? As a standalone issue that can be found in Mask #1 blind bags. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Ash got one. I messaged him. I'm like, do you have any more? But because I imagine maybe the pre-orders weren't crazy on it or something. It's just like Robert Kirkman doing his bullshit where big surprise or whatever.
Yeah, he does do that a lot where it just it seems like something else would be coming out and then surprise, it's like, didn't he do that for the last issue of Walking Dead?
So what the fuck was it? Yeah,
he had solicitations
he included
for the next 2 issues, but then when the final issue actually dropped, he was like, "Yeah, those were fake." It was
There's
something like that.
The solicitations were wrong, and I think that book he had called Die 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 that had the last issue included in it or something. So people who picked up that, which not a lot of people did, got the last issue of Walking Dead. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's neat.
It's a whole thing, and I think in the Battle Beast blind bag, there was the Invincible Spider-Man crossover issue that was long out of print, before they did the reprint.
Right.
But, fun shit like that. You're just supposed to buy everything Skybound.
Just in case.
Maybe it pays off once a year.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for it.
I'll even.
Take the FOMO.
Same.
You remember the Batman show, The Caped Crusader, that came out on Prime 2 years ago? That's getting a second season.
I watched some of it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Apparently that's getting a second season coming out July 31st.
That's soon. That's cool.
Yeah. So
there is, the Marvel Midnight that they're doing. They're doing a whole separate universe that's dark for Marvel, and they just added 3 more books to that Midnight universe. It's going to be Midnight Iron Man with Chris Condon and Claire Rowe on art. There's going to be Midnight Doctor Strange with Ram V and Dev Malaya Pramanik. Yeah, that seems cool. And then Midnight Submariner with Marjorie Liu and Michael Walsh on art.
Okay. Dude, it's right there. Cool. Midnight, Moon Knight. What are we doing?
I'm saying, dude. Maybe it's
what
too
are we
easy.
Doing?
Maybe they don't. I think
that's going to be the last one.
It's like a happy book.
Yeah.
It's right there. Yeah, they just hate money, I think. I would be there for Midnight for sure.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't even hear that.
Mm-hmm. It's cool to see Michael Walsh go back to a Big 2 book. That'll be fun to see. And Rom V's.
Wait, which one is he on?
He's on Submariner.
Such a waste.
Wow, it'll
Not
be
a
cool.
Submariner fan?
What's the last like Namor book that came out, that meant anything?
I think there was a one shot that came out not so long ago. That's the last I
Yeah.
remember, though.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I guess spooky like ocean book.
That'd be cool.
Maybe like
Could work.
Thalassophobia thrown in there.
Yeah,
Could be
Ooh,
cool.
yeah.
yeah.
Done right, it could be pretty cool.
Big whales, big kraken.
Yeah.
Get some Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Or a whale shark. I saw a whale shark.
Do you think
Dude,
that's
they're
scary?
so fucking big. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen.
But they look so like cuddly.
They're a little goofy looking in their face if you look at them straight on.
In like Finding Nemo 2, there's a whale shark that's like his buddy or something, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like a girl, and she seems like just so innocent,
In Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo 2.
Finding
Dory?
Dory? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
In the aquarium, right?
Yeah, they had.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. It had a video game trailer.
It did?
Yeah, it's like it was like barely a trailer. It was like a concept trailer practically.
One of those. Okay, I
It's
see.
just like showing the city, and then it showed, The Last Ronin, and then
That's
the
cool.
title. And so
when I heard that they announced that, I was like, okay, sure, we'll see if that
like,
ends up
okay.
happening. Yeah,
because I think they dropped like the movie idea, and so this is like all it is basically.
Yeah, I think so. When I heard it, I was like, we'll see if this, sees through. But that's cool that it is.
Anything else?
There's going to be like a Marvel 5-part event series to mark the 25th anniversary of their manga verse. And there's going to be a bunch of like manga style Marvel
25th
one-shots.
anniversary?
Yeah, apparently there's a manga verse. They're just like Marvel mangas. I've seen them around, I think.
Maybe 5-year anniversary.
I mean, maybe it came back a little bit in like America. I think it's mainly overseas stuff. But there's just going to be a bunch of one-shots written by a bunch of just Western people. And there's going to be, I don't know, a few of them. I didn't get any of the series one-shots titles, but it could be cool.
Brandon, do you remember the news or no?
No, I didn't have anything. I think it's for after thing.
Alrighty. Nathan.
What you got?
Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto. They're coming back together for the Avengers main book in November.
I didn't see this. No.
Man. There's great covers. There's a Chip cover, and it's awesome.
Nice. That's a great team. They did a good Daredevil.
Yeah. What's Marco been doing since Daredevil?
I think just covers. I mean, he might have just been working on this low key in the background for. I mean, how long has it been since he's been up Daredevil? Like a year or two?
I mean,
probably not 2 years.
Amend run started and ended, and now it's like another writer.
Yeah, true.
Like Stephanie Phillips. So it's been a minute.
It's gotta be some time.
Did he finish the series with Chip? Oh, okay. Dang, workhorse.
Yeah, apparently.
You got anything?
No, that's all I got.
Skeleton Key is a new book coming from Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think it's Image. We just got to cover. I don't know when it's coming out.
Okay, well, I'll take that. I like that dude.
It sounds spooky. Skeleton Key, I think that's a spooky thing.
What's it open? Who knows?
A coffin, maybe.
Actually, it sounds
is that what Skeleton? Right. Oh, Skeleton. Yeah, it's like a thing in fiction.
Yeah, is it? Oh, I don't know.
I think it is like an old timey thing too. Like for old houses, they had like a skeleton key or something like that. Could unlock everything.
Oh, I think buildings have those. Like maintenance buildings, or maintenance people have them.
Isn't that just a master key?
Probably interchangeable.
We don't call it that anymore, Nathan.
Yeah, I like the branding of Skeleton Key.
It's called primary key now.
What? Why do keys need a rebrand?
I'll explain that to you later. Nathan, Absolute Cassandra Cain is a.
Oh, I did see that actually.
New book coming out, spin out of Absolute Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Coming September 9th.
We'll see.
So out of all the absolute characters that get their own book, Cassandra Cain is one of them.
Yeah, it seemed. Well, is she gonna get her own book, or is she just gonna be inside of
Like her
Absolute
own
Catwoman?
book.
Really?
Did Absolute Catwoman come out? I
Today?
think I missed that. Today? Okay. Pop quiz. Brandon, who's Cassandra Cain?
Shoot. If it's not familiar, now I'm blanking.
Okay. No. See,
Cassandra
it's weird that that is the choice for
Exactly.
like this newer universe, you know,
Yeah.
of
It's
all
on the edge of
things.
my mind. Is she an X-Men?
Even further
Nope.
away than that.
Goddamn. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I feel like maybe I just heard you guys talk about her a lot.
She's like Batgirl sometimes.
Yep.
Is she the one
completely
that's sometimes spoiler? Is that
I think
what she
she's
normally goes by?
mostly spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know. I don't really know what she's got going on most of the time.
Anyway, maybe it's a cool.
She's just Cassandra Cain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes by her full name.
Yeah. Her
I did have
government.
one thing I remembered.
Well, yeah.
Kind of late, but Dungeon Crawler Carl had a graphic novel adaptation of their webtoon come out. So yeah, a little late to that, but
That'll be neat, I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
came out like in May,
yeah.
about a
So
month
I
ago
gotta-
now.
I gotta pick it up and find it somewhere.
Are
Is
you
it already
caught up
out?
on that
Well,
series?
Yes, yeah. It came out like Daniel said in May, and yeah, we just caught up on the book series. So
Really?
finished book 8 in like a week or so ago.
There's 8.
There's 8 books.
Dude, I thought there was like 3 or 4. Holy
the dude
shit.
crushes novels. I don't know how he's put out so much. I think the first one came out in like 2012 or something like that.
Damn, they got a
Or
whole Harry
later
Potter
than
going
that.
on.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
He's
crazy.
going to San Diego Comic-Con.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The writer?
Cool.
You
I'll,
got
take
going?
I'll get the free comic book day issue signed.
That's
Oh,
my
are you going?
issue.
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah,
I'll
we,
get it signed.
yeah, we got tickets to go, and
Awesome.
Yeah,
it might
that
be
was
it might
super
be the
cool.
worst, but we just kind of wanted to do it once, and I won like the
It'll be fun.
lottery thing.
yeah.
No way.
Well, yeah, it's like not like the easiest thing. I've been trying to get tickets for like 5 years probably. Once I figured out how to do it. But are you trying to drop a hint that we should do an episode for that and just have you
Might be
back
leaning
on?
that way.
Yeah, okay. I guess Jeremy's reading those too, and
Yeah.
he could come on too. Well, allow
So
it.
you must really
Ooh.
like it then if you read all 8 books, right? Does he ever get out of the dungeon?
No, he's like, fuck
He's
this
still
book.
working on it.
He's still in
yeah.
the dungeon?
Yeah,
Pretty shitty dungeon crawler.
It's like 18 floors, so like each book is kind of a floor-ish.
Bro.
10
but
more to
he's-
go.
He's skipped some, and there's been some chaos and whatnot. So
Wow.
it's fun. We audiobooked it when we were in New Zealand, and we crunched like 3 books, I want to say. So
Damn.
it was a
That's
good time.
cool.
Highly recommend.
So let's get into the book this week. Brandon, what did we read?
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
But
Why did we read this?
Because it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah, at the time of recording, it'll this episode will be out like the week before it comes out.
Makes sense, yes.
So written by Tom King, artist is Bilkis Evely, I think that's how you say it, with colorist Matthews Lopez. Clayton Cowell is on letters, and I think I butchered each of those names in a unique way. So
I think it's like just Matthew, but they just spell it like that
but I think
for some reason.
I could be I'm just making this up in my head fully, but I think he's like Brazilian.
I guess I could. I think he's going by like Matt Lopez now on like books. Like he just like gave up on the mix up.
That's smart. It's like
And
Rob McElhenney is just Rob back now.
yeah. And I heard like an interview with the artist, and the person pronounced her name is they said Bilks Everly.
Bilks,
Yeah.
that's sick.
She didn't like make a face or anything. So I assume that they said it correctly. But then you like Google how to pronounce this name, and then like Bilkis is like what comes up. So
Yeah, but I feel like if you
I
have a
don't
name
know.
like that, like, do you ever make a face when someone pronounces your last name wrong?
no, because I'm just used to it.
Yeah, so she's probably used to it because it's her first name.
Yeah.
So that's what I would imagine. But yeah,
Anyway,
second movie of the DCU should be interesting. Did you see Superman, Brandon?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
Good, really fun, very hopeful.
Yeah, great stuff. I'm a big fan of it. And I feel like when I was watching it, I was trying to look at it through a lens like kind of critically because it's like this is supposed to be a big deal, and I think it,
Nathan's a movie critic.
well, no, not even.
I trust
really,
your guys' opinions.
but just like superhero stuff like that. I'm like, we'll see what why am I here? Pretty much. So
I was gonna say, after several iterations of like the DC universe, you got to start being a little bit critical.
yeah, exactly. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna. Kilala's in my room right now, but she's barking at, I think, an old lady trying to get her mail. So I'm gonna move her.
Ageism.
No, come here.
We're watching a corgi right now, and he's just sitting at my feet.
Fun.
We do like Rover, and at this point, we pretty much just have like 3 or 4 dogs that we watch.
Is that like a dog sitting service?
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
just like a app for the most part. You can just sign up, and we just watch a dog occasionally. It's a nice way to
That's
get like a little
fucking
dog time in, and
cool. I've
then give
never
them
heard of
back.
that.
Yeah, Rover.
Yeah. Have you gotten like some crazy dogs?
We've had a couple that have been pretty problematic. Like one came over and definitely had like a skin infection or something and like just kind of stunk up the whole house. We gave it so
Ew.
many baths. Yeah. We were pretty pissy with the owners and never heard from them again. So,
Jeez.
Dang.
but for the most part, it's been really nice. Like most good behaved dogs, fun to have for a few days. You know, we've had some for a couple weeks, but hasn't
Do
been
they
too
do
bad.
all right with like the cats?
Yeah. We usually check and make sure that they're good with that before we have them over, especially for long periods of time. And like the cats usually just stay to themselves. They we say they go to Mexico for a
Mm,
while because they literally just disappear and we don't see them for a few days.
gotcha. Brandon, what did you think of this?
That was good. It was really cool. I really enjoyed the art. The story was really fun. I thought I had a fun little twist at the end. Not too much of a twist, but a very happy surprise.
Okay.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's going to be a cool thing to adapt. It was a little weird getting the different perspectives, I thought, because we're like in her mind through a lot of the journey. I thought that was a little weird. I kind of got confused a couple times. I had to like flip back and forth a little bit, be like, okay, what was happening? Making sure. But
Yeah, it seems like she had wrote like a book about what happened, and then the captions were just what was in the book,
Yeah.
but what she wrote in the book wasn't necessarily what had happened, and what we were seeing is what actually happened. And you don't really get that until like the end, essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's like lies at the beginning, and so
And sometimes what she's writing from her perspective in like the future isn't indicative of what's happening at that moment. She'll be like saying something that's kind of like in the future, a little bit of that issue, but confuses me in the moment because I'm like, what is she talking about? You know?
yeah.
But that's just me being stupid, I think. I do think that this character is a very colorfully written character, but sometimes to its detriment because it's just like it really slows down the pace of it a little bit until you kind of settle into it. So that's something that I thought was an interesting choice. But it sounds like if the way that she's written sounds like if like, and I know that he didn't use it like this, but it sounds similar like if ChatGPT was trying to talk to you constantly, where it's just like really kind of over explains a lot of stuff. And then, but if ChatGPT had like thesaurus.com constantly like changing words out.
yeah, the narrator is insanely pretentious.
Yeah.
And I'm like a Tom King apologist, but like this was annoying, like I'm a hater of this book personally.
Wow.
The artwork's incredible. There's no notes about that. It's just Tom King just kind of gets into his bullshit sometimes, and he just made this character who just talks in the most like annoying way. And so when that's like a majority of the dialogue that you're getting, it really fucking slowed me down. Maybe not for like Brandon who reads books with no pictures. Like it's
Yeah.
probably normal for him. But for us, we need like fucking sweet, short, concise things to like keep the flow going. This thing was like I had bricks like strapped to my feet,
We probably sound so dumb to Brandon because he's like, I didn't
No, I
understand.
can totally see that. I just loved the bit where she was talking to the alien who was like leaning on her and like just like, oh, this is a well-designed ship and I deserve my space. And like
Yeah.
it was very pretentious. I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like that's the first
But it
page or like the
was
second
definitely a
issue. I'm
slog.
like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Sometimes just like turning pages and it's like there's a lot of yellow caption boxes on this on this page.
What I had noticed is that this is basically just True Grit. I don't know if you guys have seen that or
No.
read it. It's like a young girl wants revenge for her father's death and hires a hitman to handle it, and then insists on being there the entire way. So I'm like, I just fucking watched the Coen Brothers version of this. And so I was just waiting for any kind of difference, really. And there wasn't like a ton. I'm like, I wonder if people who read this and thought like it was great and like, got it Eisner nominated, like have they read or seen True Grit? Because just insanely indicative of that,
To be fair, a pitch that's just True Grit in space has me on board.
That is a great pitch, but also
There's a
like,
horse.
Yeah, I'm in.
Haley Steinfeld talked like that. Talked to her. It's like, why the fuck is she talking like that? She needs to shut the fuck up, kind of thing.
Oh, it's Haley Steinfeld in the movie?
Yeah, that's like her first
Okay.
big thing,
Got it. Interesting. Let's check it out.
Yeah, good movie.
I feel like I'm interested to see what parts of this translate onto the screen, because I think that naturally there's a lot of stuff that they will change. Well, for one, we know that like Lobo's going to be in it in some form or fashion. Maybe that's the person that they're like chasing after or whatever. Or if this character, I really don't know much about the movie.
I know Krem is in it.
Is he?
And
Okay.
I know Ruthie's in it. I bet like maybe Lobo is just kind of, I don't know, just kind of squeezed in there.
Could be.
Just because, I don't.
I'm sure
I have to
it'll be
see that
something
proven to me to where it makes sense that he's actually in there,
Yeah, I'm sure they'll leave it in there. But let's get into it. So in issue 1, we're on like an alien world, and a farmer is murdered by an evil man named Krem of the Yellow Hills. The daughter of the farmer, Ruth, is it Ruthie? Ruthie?
I think it's Ruthie.
Ruthie? Okay.
I was saying Ruthie, yeah.
Okay. Daughter of the farmer, Ruthie, takes the sword used to kill her father and swears vengeance on Krem. And while on a vengeance quest, she wants to hire like a warrior to kill Krem, and runs into a drunk Supergirl who's there for her 21st birthday on a planet with a red sun so that she can actually get drunk. And Supergirl protects Ruthie from a warrior that she tried hiring initially. And then Supergirl denies her bounty at first, but Krem ambushes them and attacks both Supergirl and Krypto, shooting arrows into both of them. And then Krem escapes on Supergirl's ship. So I like this idea of Supergirl going to a planet with a red sun just so that she can get a little drunk,
Yeah.
But I wonder, does she like rent that ship? Is it like you rent a car to go to a place? Because I can't imagine she just has a ship for normal reasons.
They glossed over that.
Yeah.
I thought they kind of mentioned it, but I don't remember the details of it.
Yeah, maybe I missed it, but
I guess she would need it in order to get there.
Yeah, because you can't just fly out if it's a red sun, or unless if it is a red sun planet and it's just nighttime. Are you chill? Can you leave?
Well, that's kind of what happened with the green planet, right?
Yeah, there's like a planet with a green sun, and she's like, we just gotta wait till nighttime. So
maybe it's more of like a radiation thing for a red sun, because the red sun's just like an older sun, an older star.
Maybe it still has effects everywhere.
Right.
She also beat up that guy, so I don't know if that was just like fighting skill or if she still has some of her powers.
I think she still has a bit of it. That part's kind of ambiguous too.
I guess they just didn't have spaceships on this planet, because Ruthie sees the spaceship and she's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And so I just like didn't, it's just a very like kind of Western, like Dust Bowl-esque planet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I will say having a scene where Krypto gets fucked up.
Yeah, they're farming rocks, it's kind of like the moisture farmers in Star Wars. I'm like, how do they do that?
It's just what they do. Or like Spice and Dune. It's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah,
really?
it's like it's in the sand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Dog gets shot by Arrow. Bad book?
No, because
that didn't make me feel good.
It didn't make me feel good at all. I was like, and like the lettering of just this like slight like whimpering of Krypto.
It's the worst.
I was like, this is brutal, because you don't want to see anything bad happen to Krypto. But it is a very easy way to get us to be like, okay, this is a bad guy. And then I do think that Bilks and Lopez just making alien planets is very, very good. I feel like all the alien technology is really cool. All the alien landscapes and like just throughout the book is top tier and really elevates this book because a lot of the vibes of this book are just incredible at all times.
Yeah,
I
it's
could see why
awesome.
they got nominated so much the year that it came out.
Didn't win though. I think that's Tom King's fault.
It didn't win any of them. Really?
I took a screenshot. Best limited series. They were going up against The Many Deaths of Lila Starr,
Ooh, tough.
which is like a perfect book in my
Yeah,
opinion.
me too.
Some book named Hocus Pocus, The Good Asian,
Oof.
and Beta Ray Bill by Daniel
Okay.
Warren Johnson.
Damn, stacked year.
Yeah, so just fucking, they had no shot.
Yeah, unfortunately. But it was
And then
only nominated for limited series, or was there art stuff?
I think she got nominated for art.
Okay.
And then I think Tom King got nominated for writing, but he also had like other shit that came out that year.
Okay. But yeah, issue 2. So Supergirl and Krypto survive the ambush, but they're badly hurt, especially Krypto. So Supergirl has to hunt down this creme guy and figure out what the poison was. But Ruthie and Supergirl take a series of trips on public spacecraft to get to a yellow sun so that she can charge up and eventually hunt down Krem. And Supergirl ends up fighting off some aliens who hate her for being related to Superman, and then has to fight off like a cosmic dragon that eats spacecraft. So she takes a red kryptonite pill and she gets like all powered up, I think, and then solves that problem.
It's just meth.
Drugs.
Yeah, I guess red kryptonite is taken in pill form as like a hallucinogenic, but it seems like it would be really hard to get.
So she's just microdosing like a sun.
Yeah, I think they explain it like when Kryptonians take the red kryptonite pill, their hallucinations become real. But I feel like that'd be a really useful just thing to have in your back pocket in any situation.
There's definitely some new ideas in this that
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, whatever.
But I think what's important is that it looks cool enough for me to be like, all right, I'll let that one slide. Because
Yeah.
I love the
she gets,
alien
like-
bus.
yeah.
Yeah, like the space greyhound that they
Yes.
got.
Yeah. I would be that's something I never even like thought of too, because I'm just like, of course that is a thing that exists, because it's like having a car to like drive across country. Not necessarily everybody has one. So
When I see a splash page like that and it's just all these connected speech bubbles, that's like my kryptonite, dude. I want to go to sleep.
like this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that one. And I'm like, we get it.
Yeah.
You know,
And she's yapping about the same thing, being like, you're fat and get off of me, pretty much. But this Greyhound seems kind of cozy outside of that. I'm just now kind of looking at this page, and there's like 2 aliens making out in the next seat in front of them, which is funny.
Someone's playing like a trumpet or something.
Yeah.
there's like a
hanging
ladder
clothes.
to get to the upper deck,
Yeah,
which seems super annoying if you have to like go to the bathroom.
that would be
You have to
annoying.
go up and down the ladders, dude.
So someone's doing laundry, maybe. They're
They're like
hanging clothes up.
hanging shit up.
I like some of the detail that she puts into the backgrounds.
There's like a clan member up top. You see that?
He was on the previous, like the end of the last one.
Yeah, I
And
didn't
Clan
see that guy.
member?
He's
Up
like
here?
a ghost, I think.
That's crazy. It's a space ghost?
In the previous page, it looks like he has tentacles or something. He's weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
Doesn't make him any less racist.
fun little alien. Yeah, he could still be racist in space. I feel like a red kryptonite pill would be so expensive, and so it's crazy that because it's like from a planet that blew up, right? Is that where red kryptonite is from, or is that something completely different?
Fred?
I would assume it's from Krypton, and if it is being, used to make a drug, I feel like it'd be so expensive. It'd be like the rarest drug in the world or in the universe.
So I really don't know that much about Superman. Is
Me-
kryptonite
yeah.
like just a mineral like element from Krypton, like after it blew up?
That's how I think is how it works. So Krypton blows up, but because on Krypton they're not all souped up, when you
Yeah.
get like remnants of Krypton near you, it like reverts you back. But it seems like it makes them sick a lot of the times too. So maybe it's just like that type of radiation they're not used to getting anymore. That's kind of the idea. So I assume red Krypton and all the other colors of kryptonite are the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up if it's from Krypton.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that now.
I guess it'd make sense. It'd be weird if it was from somewhere else, but still called kryptonite.
They like synthesize it at a point, don't they? That they're able to like
Yeah,
make
'cause
certain kinds.
they'll be like kryptonite, like mist, or it'll be like liquid at some points.
Yeah, it's just a variant of kryptonite.
It's
Originally,
like
it was once a green kryptonite that passed through a mysterious red-hued cloud en route to Earth. So it just got dyed, I guess, from this cloud, and it gets like special abilities. I think that's probably changing now because there's so many variants of it. So I doubt that all of them went through a different color cloud. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that it's like, because she seems pretty confident that most of the people on this Greyhound bus have a drug that's like a red kryptonite pill. So I just thought that was funny. And then,
Yeah, like there's like a bunch of people just smuggling it.
yeah, which it's just like someone popping a gummy to like go on a flight or something.
Yeah, he said it's for his anxiety.
Yeah. It's prescribed. So then issue 3, Ruthie.
Hey, stop hitting your fucking mic.
Am I hitting my mic?
Yeah,
Okay, my bad.
you're like touching it or something, and it. Don't do that.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
good. So Ruthie and Supergirl make it to an alien planet called Koron to find more leads on Krem. And they find out that there is a race of aliens here called Purples, and the Blues on this planet essentially genocided them with the help of the criminal interplanetary group, the Barbon's Brigands, who killed all the Purples in exchange for leaving the Blues alive and some other resources. And so they also find out that Krem joined this group, and so now if they want to find Krem, they have to hunt this big group. So there's just some hijinks that are happening, I guess, in the book on this path to find Krem. And I kind of like the sass from Supergirl in this issue. She's like calling out the lies of the mayor and like blowing over his like card tower that he's trying to make. So I think it's kind of fun.
At this point, I want to like give up on reading the captions. I'm like, maybe I can just like read the dialogue and look at the pictures and still get it.
Mm-hmm.
There are some important captions here and there, but like,
Yeah.
I was just losing a lot of hope here.
I was say, I feel like the middle of this had a lot of those.
Yeah, and a lot of it's just kind of providing context to like what she's feeling like at that moment, even though it's kind of portrayed in a lot of like what the art is giving. But yeah, there are some panels where it's like, oh, that's, this happens, which is why we're going to do this now. But that's only in the captions, so it helps you get from A to B. So yeah, it's a little bit, you kind of do need to just like kind of suffer through it or at least get into a rhythm. I think I found myself by this point just kind of like, as long as I wasn't trying to read it at night and like about to fall asleep, I could get into a rhythm.
A great endorsement.
Don't read
I'll
this
have
if
that
you're
as
sleepy because it'll get you there.
That'll be the pull quote that's on the back of the book. Don't read this right before bed.
Yeah, don't read this or you fall asleep. It could be a good endorsement if people have trouble sleeping.
Something I noticed in this book is that there will be like the coolest splash page, like something really cool going on, like the last issue where it was like the space dragon and then like Supergirl and stuff, but then just the most boring captions like all around it.
Yeah.
It's just like a treat just because of all the shit you have to read.
Yeah. In this issue, they're like looking over their hotel and they're like, yeah, we watched a grocer closing his shop and heading home to see his wife. And it's like, I get it paints the picture of what this alien world, like what's going on in this alien world. So like that, I don't think is too egregious, but I could see Daniel just like fuming reading this shit.
Last issue, there was a whole page of Supergirl teaching Ruthie how to wash her hands.
That was like supposed to be a nice moment because she remembers her mom.
Stupid. Like I get the context or whatever. Like she's stinky and from a dirty planet or whatever, but like it just did not add anything.
You never
You
thought
know,
about how aliens wash their hands, and some of them could be like acid
absolutely
soap?
never. Actually, never.
Yeah, I
It
feel
just
like a lot of those moments will come across a lot better in like a movie format because they're not going to be like breezing through so many things. They'll be like having actual interaction moments. I kind of
yeah,
imagined her like some country bumpkin kind of thing where she's just hasn't really interacted with many people in her life.
right.
So
Yeah, it seems like she hasn't, and
We'll
she
definitely
seems
brush over a lot of his stuff, I'm sure.
yeah,
yeah, I think they'll be more selective for sure. But in this, it's like she's talking about her 4 brothers all the time, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, sure.
So, did you talk about how, like, why Supergirl is doing this? Like, I guess there was like some sort of poison on the arrows.
Yeah,
Did you
so
mention that?
yeah, a little bit, but essentially the idea is that the poison affected Supergirl and Crypto, but it didn't affect her as much, and it really hurt Crypto. And so she wants to find Krem to figure out what the poison is to see how she can save Crypto.
Right. When that came across, I'm like, again, Crypto like wasn't like with them. I'm like, did he fucking die?
Yeah, it
And
seems
they're
for a
just
little bit
like,
that he died.
yeah.
they
And they're
definitely
just
just
like
like
brushing over
left
that.
it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you want to be with him?
Right.
And they've definitely taken like days or weeks or months or however long to try and get this. So it's like if he's still poisoned, are you not like do you just not know if he's still doing okay? But
This is an interesting alien planet because it's really just Earth with aliens walking around. Like there's an alien fire department, and mailmen and shit like that. Just weird looking blue people.
yeah, it seems like there's government and like mayors.
Maybe a little bit of a break for the artist when it comes to just not doing all this
Yeah, crazy
crazy like
rocks.
alien designs and stuff.
Hmm. And I really like this page where Ruthie gets on her back for the first time, and then you look at the background and it's like that looks like it could be like middle America, somewhere flat and green.
Right.
But not every alien planet has to be such a starkly different, than ours.
Yeah. And then they said that Krem like joined the brigand or
Mhm.
whatever, just making like an already shitty character like even shittier.
Yeah, he likes to go do genocides with them.
And I'm like, it just felt like so like one dimensional, like he's evil because he's evil,
He likes it.
and he does evil things. He's not just on the run. And what the fuck happened to his ship like that Supergirl had, you know?
He got locked up on this planet, so I assume they seized the ship. And if Supergirl
Mhm.
did rent it, hopefully she's not getting crazy late fees.
It's a rental, they have the insurance for that,
That's true. That's
You
true.
can treat it like
If she
shit.
bought the insurance,
Well,
she's 21. I didn't have a lot of money when I was
if
21.
she has insurance with her normal carrier, then she should be covered for rentals.
That's true. If she has
Yeah.
space insurance from her family's plan, but she doesn't have a
Yeah.
family, Daniel. She's on her own.
No.
Oh god, because if I was renting a car at 21, up until maybe like a couple years ago, I'm not getting that insurance. I'm risking
Say,
it.
can you even rent a car at 21? I swear I had problems up until I was like 24.
I've rented a
I've been
car
able to.
before the 25.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's like
25.
more. There's like a
Yeah,
fee,
Maybe that's what it is.
that's what it was.
and then you're like scared, so you just buy the insurance anyway, even though like you really don't need to.
Dude, they do guilt you into it.
It's like another like $150 or something.
Yeah. But
Crooks.
issue
4.
4. So they're kind of following the path of destruction from the brigands and Krem. Supergirl and Ruthie go to different planets and they're helping any survivors that they can, and they kind of learn from them. On like one of the planets, Supergirl helps to dig like 120 graves for this alien dude that's trying to do it all himself. So, which would be a backbreaker for sure. And then she lets the survivors of on a different planet stone one of the brigands to death. And then they keep kind of hopping from planet to planet, witnessing the destruction. Supergirl tries convincing Ruthie to back out, but Ruthie is just kind of committed to her revenge. But kind of a simpler issue. I feel like there's a lot of room to breathe in this one because there isn't a whole lot really pushing the story forward. And so
And I feel like the last one didn't really do that either. That
that's
much.
true. They just
there's a
found out
lot of
about it.
one-shot kind of issues in this.
Yeah, it feels very almost Mandalorian like season where it's just like this is the thing that we're trying to solve this week.
Yeah,
But
this whole thing
one-
could have been 5 issues, honestly.
Yeah, they could have cut it down to 5, but I do like some of these issues because we get to see like this weird planet with like a super neon green like sky. It feels very like Jack Kirby,
Super Jack Kirby.
which I think is cool.
So those pages, there was a survivor or like someone who wasn't on the planet when the brigand was there.
Yeah.
And so Supergirl was helping by just letting this giant alien beat the shit out of her,
Yeah.
which
Very nice
this
of her.
issue's just trying to make Supergirl look really nice, you know?
She is
But you
nice.
could have saved 3 pages, you know, by just cutting this out.
She is nice. And it's a funny
I'm just
idea to
cutting the
have an
fat out of this
alien that
thing.
can only process their emotions if they're physically beating the shit out of somebody.
Maybe.
It was
like
also
that
like a
was-
quick jump to get there. I was like very confused as to what was happening at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
there was that one planet that they went to where Supergirl wouldn't even let what's her name see what was happening because it was so bad.
Yeah, they
like
had,
there's
like,
some
some
video evidence or
recordings.
something.
Yeah.
The grave thing, the dude's daughter had died, but like her remains were all over, and Supergirl could like look at his DNA and figure out what body parts were like his daughter's.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a new power. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Beyond X-ray
sure.
vision.
This planet you've
You
never
can-
been to, you can read the DNA and be like, yeah, that's your daughter.
Yeah.
Also, she like took the liberty to just bury her. And I feel like, don't you want to have him say like some last couple words, maybe? You know?
Is it a close one? You know?
Yeah. And I like this planet where they stone the guy to death. There's like a leftover brigand there. And so the people there stone him. And I feel like we should still stone people to death. I don't know when that stopped, but I feel like each state or something should get one every year.
It seems like something they'd still do in
Televise
like
it.
Arkansas or something.
Yeah, televise it.
That seems right.
Once a week, a different state gets to stone their guy or girl. You sell tickets. You know what I mean? I think it's a good idea.
The Ruthie like describes Supergirl's power as like a power of restraint. Like she could like blast you away with lasers, but she holds it back. She could just like always have this ice breath, but she's really just holding all this back because she has all this power and she chooses to walk with you and stuff instead of flying everywhere. And I
Yeah,
thought that was just like a cool way to describe like a Kryptonian,
yeah.
you know?
It is a nice sentiment.
So a point for that, you know?
It's because
Yeah, I really liked
honestly,
that.
they could just wipe everybody. It seems like.
I thought it was also interesting, like they almost had to hold themselves back at all times too, you know? Like almost their natural state would be so much more powerful and like they have to be so conscious of everything all the time.
Yeah, always pull the punches. Did we see any ice breath in this book?
She like blows the cards off the mayor's desk.
So she got good breath or like strong breath, but not necessarily ice.
Maybe she held back the temp a little, but just enough just to fuck up his house of cards.
Did we see
I don't-
laser eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't remember when, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Which I feel like those two things aren't used as often as like they should in like super books.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like almost one of the top 4 moves when you're playing like a Mortal Kombat or something with
Yeah.
Superman. But yeah, it's mostly just punching and flying.
Yeah. Ice breath is probably meta in a lot of those games, and same with the lasers. Just good range
Yeah,
attack.
it's like left, right, circle or something like that. It's like
you
something you can
remember.
really spam.
Yeah. Do you remember playing Mortal Kombat versus DC and how it was like?
I
the
remember
coolest thing
Injustice
ever at the time?
more.
Yeah, I did Injustice.
I only liked Mortal Kombat versus DC a lot because Green Lantern was actually really good in it, but in Injustice he was pretty solid.
Yeah, you were pretty annoying to play. Like when you had Green Lantern.
Yeah, he just has like one move that picks you up and throws you around, and I
Yeah.
just spam that.
Because then like they're just constantly bouncing, you know,
Mhm.
and you're just able to pick them up again.
Got to juggle. So issue 5, Supergirl and Ruthie finally catch up with Krem, but Krem has like a contingency plan in place with this thing called a Mordru orb that instantly teleports them to a faraway planet. And that planet has a green sun. And the green sun weakens Supergirl to the point of being like immobile. Apparently this was like a planet that Superman was in for like 45 minutes and almost died. So Ruthie now has to take care of Supergirl until the sun sets, which means that she has to fight off dangerous wildlife, which seems to just be a bunch of dinosaurs. Like nothing even like
Space dinosaur.
you don't see any creature that's not like, oh, that's a there's no creature that's not a dinosaur.
It's like a worm, right?
And so she's almost killed as the sun sets, but Supergirl is able to power up enough just to like get them out. But we got some cool dinosaurs. I'm always down for some dinosaurs in comics.
A kryptonite sun? What the fuck is that?
I don't know if it's a kryptonite sun. I think it's just green and it has this power. You know, a red sun like weakens her.
Pretty much I think they said kryptonite sun, didn't they?
If they did, that's really funny. Because what does that mean?
Like, I guess that he's getting kind of golden age where it's just any idea goes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Something in the last issue is like there's a page where she was describing something that happened to like a race of people, but it was so sad she didn't write it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like,
then why yap about it?
Why even mention it? Or like maybe there's just too many stops in this book and they're just doing like the same thing over and over. Yeah, like genocide, everyone's gone, so and so. And it was just like an odd thing to add, I felt like.
Maybe when she was writing the book, the writing mechanism doesn't have like a backspace. So she just kind of had to go with what she was, go with whatever her mind was.
Still doing typewriters back then.
Yeah, exactly.
In that.
Yeah, they haven't invented backspace or whiteout. So Ruthie kills like a T-Rex looking thing, and it's pretty cool. And then later on, it like comes back to life for some reason, except it's like really scary and white and shit. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought that was just another one.
I think it's supposed to be the same dinosaur because we don't see him like chilling there over to the left anymore.
No, it's actually just like a different one. Because the first one had like blue, like little spikes or whatever. And then the second one has like red.
Yeah, that's true. I thought they just became zombie dinosaur. And that was just the thing they didn't account for. Cool. Yeah.
What was the one dinosaur in like Jurassic World? Is like a Dominus Rex or something.
Yeah, I think so.
It was like a raptor T-Rex thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically got two of those. No brontosauruses that are like herbivores,
Nope, they're all just killing each other. They got pterodactyls.
But yeah, those are fun.
Dude, they got big mouths too.
Yeah, fucking like absolutely unhinged.
That's where the laser beams come in.
That is where the lasers are. I forgot about that. I wonder if this green sun thing that happened to Superman did actually happen at some point, like in
knowing Tom King, he probably pulled that from somewhere.
Yeah, which I do appreciate. He has that sort of reputation to just pull the most random shit and be like, let's expand on that a little bit more. Let's go back there.
He is a bit of like a historian when it comes to this stuff, so that can be like a cool addition.
Mm-hmm.
But bringing it to like current continuity, it seems like sometimes a little offhand. But
yeah,
I was just kind of trying to get through it, honestly.
So I say that's probably going to lead into the flying super unicorn at some point, I'm guessing. I was going to ask you guys about that, but wait.
Yeah. So yeah, issue 6, Supergirl tells the story of like Krypton's destruction. We get some backstory in the story of Argo City, which is a chunk of city that was saved from the explosion, but eventually also died due to some radiation that was going on. And so Supergirl's dad, Zor-El, shoots her off on a spaceship. But in the present, Supergirl finds Krem. Supergirl finds Krem again, and Krem throws another Mordru orb. But this time, Supergirl's ready because she has her horse Comet that she summoned, and they escape from the Mordru orb by running so far that they I think go outside the existing universe or something, and then that stops the orb. And so then they're able to make their way back to Krem and capture him.
Did not expect Comet.
Yeah, was that an option this whole time? Could they have taken Comet wherever they needed to go instead of?
Is that from something?
I don't know. I don't know who Comet is, to be honest.
So Comet is like an existing character, the Super Horse or whatever. There's a group of like super characters. There's like a super monkey, I think, and yeah, there's like Krypton Comet and stuff. And so I don't know why he's just coming into play now. I guess maybe they didn't have a space suit for Ruthie or whatever.
Yeah, they do now, it seems like. So that's a good
to
point.
travel in space, because it seems like they probably could have caught up with Krem a little bit sooner if
Yeah.
they just hopped on Comet, because
Could
he
have stopped
goes really fucking fast.
a lot of genocide if they. I mean, I guess they were trying to figure out where they were at the same time, so that's why they were following in their trail. But so I figured he was like an actual figure in Greek mythology or something. He was just one of those characters that happens to exist in here. Because later we see him like turn into a human again, and I'm like, okay, maybe that was just like his Greek god power.
I guess at some point, um, he had like dated Supergirl, like in history, in human form, of course.
Oh, okay, good.
If I don't know if it was like a Hulk thing where you just switch back and forward or whatever,
Okay, yeah.
but
So,
they kind of like touch on that as like just kind of touching on knowing that he was like a dude at some point.
okay, gotcha. So I guess they're still on good terms because I don't think they're dating still, but they're down to help out, I guess.
Yeah.
Some pretty baller pages in this one. I think this is one of the strongest ones for just like really cool splash pages of shit that's going on. And I really like the way that this orb is colored as it's like chasing after him. So I do enjoy that about this issue.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for that, I'd be much more confused about this. I was
Yeah.
like, where's this horse coming from? How did they just outrun magic?
Yeah. It's just fast, I guess. We'll see. Do
So
we
when
think
Krypton
Comet shows up in
exploded,
the movie?
that would maybe. I think the DC universe is like campy enough to
Okay, yeah. That's
have
true.
that, and people would just be like, yeah, sure, or whatever.
Okay, cool horse.
I think that's where Lobo's going to come in. Lobo's going to take the place.
He's Comet,
He
Yes.
turns into a horse.
He turns into a horse.
or Lobo comes in riding Comet.
Whoa. And
You
then
know.
he's like, I want a motorcycle instead.
Yeah, riding
That'd be
horses
cool.
is gay or
I
something.
think Comet will. Yeah, exactly. I think Comet shows up and Supergirl will be like, oh, that's the horse that I dated. But he turns into a man. It's okay. That would be perfect for me.
I think with Superman, you have like everything in the DC universe at your disposal to use,
Mm-hmm.
and so when it's like this intergalactic, road trip mission, I think you gotta kind of pull some of those things like Comet to kind of, make it fun,
Yeah, make
and
it
then
something
everyone will turn
visually.
to their nerd friend and be like, what is that? Be like, that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your job now, Brandon.
This
Now that you've
super
read
All
this,
horse.
right, I got it.
you got to hold the front lines.
I wasn't sure if they're going to use him actually.
Oh my God, there's Comet. Yeah.
The only guy, super loud in theater.
Or you can tell people like, go with a group and be like, I have a prediction. There might be a super horse. And then when you're right, you'll look like a god.
Yeah, it's a win-win. So there's Supergirl essentially sees Krypton die twice because Krypton explodes, except there's this like city, but
A whole chunk of a city survives
who knows
for
how
like
that
a
happens.
year.
Yeah, it just slowly dies.
It just moves.
It moves
around.
and it's different from Kandor, which is a different Kryptonian city that is owned by Brainiac. Because for a second, I thought they were like supposed to be the same thing, but Brainiac, I guess, came before Krypton blew up, and he like shrunk down his city and kept it in his collection. He's like a collector from Marvel in that way.
I imagine there's
and-
more than one city on a planet. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But for a second, I was like, is this supposed to be? Does this turn into Kandor or something for this city? But I guess there's just two different cities that have existed outside of Krypton, and I just thought that was crazy.
So Supergirl's parents are still alive on this chunk,
Mm-hmm.
but her mom's dying in like a hospital bed or something.
Yeah, crypto
And
cancer.
they have machines that like turn off or whatever once she dies or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they have electricity with this chunk just totally detached from the.
Where do you think you get electricity from, Nato? Because it's not the core of our planet.
I don't know, dude.
Solar panels.
They're pulled from the infrastructure, and so they got to lose something. Maybe they lost Wi-Fi or something.
They got a grid. Yeah.
No Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi part of the planet blew up.
Like, this is torture.
No, I'd rather die. I'd be like, get the radiation in me now.
I wish we blew up.
Yeah. Also, their idea to cover the whole planet in lead to save off the radiation, I was like, that seems like a struggle.
Yeah, like they're supposed to cover the whole ground with it. Does lead post is lead known for stopping radiation? I thought that whole part was weird. It
X-rays?
was
I
such
don't
a
know.
strange in a comic where anything can happen. You know, I feel like it would have been this is a weird solution that he came up with.
But they can only make one ship to leave.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're like, what happened to all of our lead? It's in the fucking ground. So does Crypto get his own ship to Earth? Do you know, Daniel or Brandon?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he
I think
wasn't
he was
talked
with.
about.
I think he was with. I think he left around the same time as Superman. I read like that Crypto #1 that came out like last year,
Yeah,
and
I'm
he
having a
like
hard time remembering.
and Crypto was like the test bunny for a ship,
Mm.
and he
He's like that
like
monkey.
he went into like a portal or something, and or he got knocked off course, but somehow still made it to Earth. And it was like a whole thing. It was really
Gotcha.
sad. It was kind of fucked up. That was just
Okay,
from
yeah.
this one continuity that, but it was like Jor-El like had sent him like just before Superman.
Was he the family
So
dog? Because it's kind of fucked up. Be like, I don't know what's gonna happen to him, but
I
Then
think
he
that's
has to
so.
run a test.
yeah, that's great. Because yeah, I've seen in like in the Super Pets movie, he's just with Kal-El already, and he's a puppy. And then it seems like in the Supergirl movie, Crypto's with Supergirl. So seems like they slot him in wherever
You just know Crypto pissed on baby Superman,
all the time.
and it
Yeah,
probably smelled like shit in that
it
in
would be
that
a
fucking
that would be a
spaceship when he
tough
lands
smell.
there.
Would have scared off Martha and
Send
the
it
other.
back.
They're like, nope.
And let it air out for a minute, and then
Yeah,
he'll come back tomorrow.
then we'll adopt him. So then issue 7, Krem is now tied up and in the custody of Ruthie and Comet on some planet on the beach, while Supergirl confronts the brigands out in orbit. And Supergirl has made Ruthie promise not to kill Krem because, that's been her whole like revenge plot this whole time. And so Supergirl leaves Ruthie with Comet to make sure that Comet can make sure that she doesn't kill Krem. But Krem is trying to like goad Ruthie into killing him by like recounting the experience of killing her dad and all this stuff. So when Comet leaves to go save Supergirl, who's in a bind, Ruthie is looking like she's going to slice him up.
There was some captions where Ruthie was like, I don't really know what happened up there with Supergirl. I just kind of know what, people said or whatever. I thought they were going to rob us of like a fight scene
Yeah.
because Ruthie didn't experience it because she's like the main character essentially.
She's just narrating all this.
But luckily, there was, we got to see some of it.
Yeah.
And got to see this space pirate ship.
Oh my God, so cool.
Super
Pretty cool.
I love a space pirate ship, dude.
you see those a lot?
I do, dude. In the Thor comic that Jason Aaron wrote, there's like space whales, space pirate ships and shit. And this one's pretty fucking metal. It's very pointy. Like it's pointy in the front. The sail is pointy.
I like how it has a sail.
Yeah, why do you need a sail? That's why I love it, dude. It's fucking awesome. It's like we put a sail, we put the rope ladders to get to the top of them, like as if you need to adjust anything. It's sick.
There was a bit during the fight where I think Ruthie says something along the lines of like, we don't know what's happening with a lie. And then what Daniel said about Ruthie talking about doesn't know what happened up there. I thought we were going to get Supergirl just killing everyone because she had lied about being a good person.
Well, she's like, finally, I got Ruthie out of here.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I do like
Who knows? Maybe it did.
That this space pirate ship sells cannonballs. I think that's something we don't see too much. And they almost fucking take out Supergirl because she starts to she gets knocked out and starts to plummet back into orbit for a little bit.
So Supergirl kind of gets into a bind and was just kind of saying under her breath, like, Comet, don't come up here, whatever. And then on the planet, a Comet like hears his name. And if she didn't like say anything, he wouldn't have gone up there because his job was just to stop Ruthie from killing Krem. And so just her saying that under her breath, like, put him in harm's way,
I think it was the the dude, the main bad guy, says Comet because he's like saying like Comet because he doesn't know who that is. And he says Comet
Same
here.
thing,
And and I
you
think
know.
that's what, but yeah, true. If she didn't say anything, you wouldn't have heard. I'm impressed that we kind of see Comet as a horse trying to just think about whether he should go up or like he's pondering like in this with this like horse face. And I thought that was pretty good art wise from Bilks because I
Yeah.
felt the turmoil of this horse being like, I'm supposed to stay here, but like she seems like she needs help. And I thought that was
And
funny.
then Ruthie like says like, "Go help her. Like, I'm not gonna kill him." But then as soon as he leaves, she's like,
I'm a
"I'm
kill
gonna
him.
fucking kill
Yeah,
him."
I'm a fucking
So
kill him. Yeah.
she lies to a horse, making an even shittier character.
One slide to a horse. I like that he's locked up on the beach or he's tied up on the beach. Cool little
Yeah, like
alien beach.
a space palm tree or something.
Yeah,
Cool place for a fight.
true. Yep. So then in issue 8, Supergirl and Comet fight off the Barbon's brigands in orbit, which leaves Ruthie with Krem. And Ruthie decides that she wants to beat Krem in a fair fight since that wasn't afforded to her father. And so she like puts a sword in the sand in between them and they have to fight it out. Ruthie manages to fight the sword off of Krem and gets to the point of killing him, but she can't bring herself to do it. In space, Comet is killed fighting the brigands, and Supergirl flies down with the human body because he turns back into a guy. And then she reveals that Krypto has actually been fine like this whole time, and she just wanted to like teach Ruthie that killing wouldn't solve anything, but she's starting to like go back on that herself. But then Ruthie has to be like, "Oh, I actually did learn that lesson that you were trying to teach me, so maybe like you shouldn't kill him because it would kind of ruin it for me, essentially." And I think that's the message. But anyway, and but Ruthie actually stops Supergirl from killing Krem, and then it jumps to the distant future. Supergirl visits a now super old Ruthie, and they release Krem, who's been in a Phantom Zone prison, rehabilitating for like 100, 200 years or something like that. And so they release Krem, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for not killing me all those centuries ago." And then Ruthie just like smacks him with her cane, and they just leave him in the fields.
Oh, I thought they mentioned a sword at one point. I thought they straight up killed
it
him.
looks like they fucking kill his ass, but I think he's supposed to be alive.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's supposed to be.
She said, "Returned the bloody blade to my hand." So maybe it's just like blood from like metaphorical blood.
But
Yeah, because she like hits him in the head with
it looks like she
clearly
just
a
does
cane,
old
and
lady
his
shit.
hands like
Yeah,
and his hands like ow, you know,
yeah.
in the silhouette. So he's just kind of
Well, sure.
knocked out or resting because he got beat up by an old lady.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he definitely moves.
Yeah, but for a second there, I'm like, so you do just kill him?
Yeah.
You give him like 200 years to turn good in Phantom Zone prison, which I guess is pretty good rehabilitation services. And yeah, but no, I think he's alive.
guess.
I mean, that'd be some pretty good revenge. Get someone that like last bit of hope and then kill them.
Yeah, that'd be the most sinister shit of all.
Right?
Problem
That
of
would turn
pretty
this
much
book
his
around
entire
for me.
life. If they left it like ambiguous, that'd be kind of sick. But
So when Ruthie's like gonna 1v1 Krem, and she's got a sword because she's like not a killer or whatever. And during this, she like has a speech. I'm like, oh, perfect. Exactly what we need.
this is the time for a speech.
More of her yapping, you know?
Dude, fighting Krem 1v1 on the beach, I get what they're doing narratively because she wants to beat him on common ground, which wasn't afforded to her father. But I can't help myself from being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have just do what you're going to do. And so for a second there, but then after it was done, I was like, okay, that was kind of cool. Cause she like kicks sand in his face and shit.
And then you don't think that she's going to do it because in the first issue, in the captions, she describes it as like Supergirl just like punching his head in,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so that's like the lie that was in the book. And that's kind of like the misdirect in this.
Yeah.
But once this is over, I was like, fucking finally, you know? Because when it's like something this long and dense, it takes me away from reading other shit that I just want to read, you know? So that almost makes it worse.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I do agree. It was kind of sloggy for a little while.
I think the thing I have the biggest problem with is I don't like Supergirl's future haircut that much.
You know,
She
like
like
the
she goes for like a
bob or
bob. Yeah, I don't think it works for her. Like this shit. I feel like Bilks has been pretty good with hair this whole time. Like every panel with hair, I'm like, it can't look that good all the time.
I mean, she doesn't age as fast as Ruthie would.
No, I know, but
So they just got to do something to show some passage of time, I guess.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think the
that makes
old
sense.
Ruthie would paint that picture enough.
Yeah, I mean,
So she comes
maybe
up with a
this
new
is
haircut. I'm like, I don't like this phase of Supergirl.
because I guess this would be like the future,
Yeah, a couple hundred years.
So maybe that's just the style
Could be.
on Earth.
Oh, you're saying future like relative to like us now,
Earth.
even?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it probably is. But yeah, that's the book.
So I'll never read this again. But what do you guys rate this, Brandon?
I was thinking something drinks wise because she starts off getting drunk.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, after the caption talk, I was thinking something like a fishbowl of some sort because, you get into it, you're excited, it's good. But then by the end of it, you're excited for, you kind of race it. But in the middle there's like a big chunk of like, oh God, this is a lot.
Yeah, it's a big commitment.
So yeah.
It's one of those colorful.
You're excited to start,
visuals.
excited to finish.
Yeah. That's a good one. I'd give this a love it, I would say, with that there was that Superman ice cream for a little bit, wasn't there? Where it's like a bright blue with
And there's
some
like yellow and red.
yellow in there. Yeah, I would do that just like for the hype of some more super stuff coming out, but then being like, yeah, it's fine.
There's probably some promo ice cream out there.
Yeah, it's probably like pretty good, but I don't think I would just go back to it because I do like this. I think once I kind of get past, or once I let myself get into a rhythm of it, I can see the value and I can see why I got nominated a bunch. But I think it's a lot. The art definitely carries a lot of this, like 90% in my head. What about you?
I think I'd give it like a tiramisu. Like it's like good, but it's never anything I like go for.
I love
Like
tiramisu.
if someone gets it, I'll like have a bite and like it's fine, but I never like crave it necessarily.
I feel that.
You're not having the right tiramisu.
If you know a good tiramisu, I'll try it, but it'll probably
Do you like coffee, Daniel?
I love coffee and I love like coffee
okay.
ice cream, but like the tiramisu just doesn't do it for me the same way.
Yeah, I've had one where they like assemble it in front of you, but it's at a expensive place.
See, I don't need that.
Yeah, so unless you're really trying to hunt one down,
I'll need to wait longer for it,
Fair enough.
Wait, so you guys talked about the Superman ice cream. I forget that there is like in the Midwest, Superman ice cream was like a huge thing. So it was like bright red, blue, and yellow, and like you could just get that at tons of hard ice cream places.
Anytime?
Pretty much, yeah. I think it kind of faded, but like when I was growing up, it was everywhere.
Yeah, there was definitely a time where it was like available with the other colorful stuff, like the rainbow sherbets and like the bubblegum ice cream is like next to those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'd be at like a water and ice in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true.
What do you think this is rated on League of Comic Geeks?
Brandon, go first.
Are you aware of this rating system? It's normally out of 5.
I told you I listen.
Do you know what? I think you're lying, but
yeah, there's
an expert go first.
No, you go. I don't want to influence.
I was thinking like a 4.6.
That's a good one.
I feel like it was.
I think it goes even higher because it had so much momentum. It feels like so. I'm gonna say 4. Not to Price is Right you, and go 4.7, but I'll go 4.7. Okay.
So the highest rating I've seen on that app is 4.8.
Mm-hmm.
But it did get a 4.6.
God damn it! Wow, you're right on.
I looked it up beforehand. I'm just kidding.
That's how prepared he is.
Wow, nice job.
Thank you.
So
yeah, that makes sense to me though.
Let's go into the back matter. Back matter matters. Back matter matters.
Mainly just covers, right?
I like when they have a whole page, just like variant covers and design gallery.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks.
They got some good stuff. I mean, covers from Lee Weeks and David Mack are pretty cool.
Gary
It's-
Frank's got to be a high ticket price.
Big
Yeah.
fan of the Magical Girl one.
Yeah, that one looks
Yeah,
cool. From
Rose
Rosebesh.
Besh.
Yeah, it seems like they got a lot of like women cover artists that do a really cool job. And some of the, like, I haven't even heard of Amy Reeder, but she has like a really interesting color palette that has like a rainbow in like the landscape that's going on. So that's pretty cool. And Nicole Scott is great. And we get some Supergirl sketches by Bilkis, which is cool. Some color, some not. And there's some sketches of Krem, and it seemed like he had a lot spikier hair initially to make him look like the devil or something, but I think they went back on that.
The spikes are evil.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like a fawn, like Mr. Tumnus from
Yeah.
Narnia or something.
Yeah.
I feel like the beard and like the hair is giving it.
That dude was
Yeah.
shirtless the whole time, wasn't he? True. True. But solid backmatter.
Definitely. So let's go into the poll list.
Brandon?
Show it in your box.
right.
That's all I need to hear. He listens.
The poll list, what did you shove in your box? You get
Yep,
any
yep.
comics this week, Brandon?
I did not. I have a few sitting on my shelf. There was a Cult of the Lamb one that came out.
I hear that's pretty good. Did you ever play that
Yeah.
game?
Okay. Yes. Vivian played it all the way through, and then I jumped in and played like part of it.
Nice. Isn't there a second one or a DLC or something that also came out?
Yes. I think
Okay.
it's a DLC, but it's like another full game for the most part. But
That's
we haven't
neat.
played that yet. So
Cool.
we got that.
So I invited you on this because you sent me a picture that you bought a copy of this, and then it was like with your Dungeon Crawler Carl on your passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
What edition did you get? Did you get like the digest, like smaller one, or did you get the full edition?
Yep.
Perfect.
Nice.
Ooh, cool. What other like comics have you gotten recently that you're kind of sitting on? Is it just the Cult of the Lamb, or
I also picked up the I Hate Fairyland. I started off that with you guys, I think, at one point, and then I think you guys had talked about it a little bit back and said it's not like a redo, but it's like a extension or something that happened.
yeah?
Weird reboot or
Did
something.
you
Reboot, yeah.
Did you finish the first run of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good book.
So, yeah. It was kind of a slow trot. It was like whenever I showed up at a store with comics, I was like, ooh, let's look for something.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
But yeah, it was a fun story. I love telling people about it because they find it hilarious. So
Yeah,
It is a good one.
It is a good one.
Just
Mhm.
overall solid and very fun ideas.
Cartoon violence and gore.
but yeah, fantastic.
Nathan, what are you getting this week?
I'm getting Daredevil number 3 and 2 number 1s. I'm probably going to get Bishop number 1 just because Bishop hasn't
Is there a
had
Bishop book?
Yeah, there's a Bishop book coming out, and I feel like that's the X-Men who I see, and I'm like, that guy's fucking cool, but he never has like his own shit going on. So
Mhm.
I'll check that out maybe. And then Avengers Armageddon number 1, friend of the show, Chip Zdarsky's got his Marvel event, I think is what this is, but apparently it's supposed to be really good. And then Green Lantern Corps number 17. And I think I saw that this issue is told completely like horizontal, so you got to like flip the pages up or whatever, or down or whatever. So we'll
Hate that.
see what that's about.
I was to say, is that common?
Not really. I've seen it
Yeah,
once or
it happens
twice.
every couple of years. I've only seen it on like
Okay.
Justice League like 10 years ago, maybe. But
I think it was the last time I saw it too.
there's Archie and the Army of Darkness number 5.
Yeah,
I think that's the
gotta get
last
that.
one of that. And then Godzilla, the Odyssey, that one shot comes out.
Okay, yeah, I should probably pick that up too. It's cool.
Yeah,
You guys could read that leading into the Odyssey.
That's a great idea.
it's just a one shot, so it might be a little
True. Yeah.
shorter. There actually are quite a few Odyssey or comic
Retellings.
book versions of the Odyssey.
Mm.
Like there's like a lot of like sci-fi ones, so we'll probably end up doing one of those. Brandon, did you read anything other than this recently?
I just read Project Hail Mary.
Oh,
I
nice.
need to watch the movie still, so really excited. I had to skip through you guys talking about it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
It's
pause it,
good,
come back
man.
later.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. It was a fun story. He kept just doing science in the book, and I'm like, why is this so interesting?
Yeah,
So I'm excited to see it in movie form. So
Makes it understandable.
that's cool. Have you read a lot of the Andy Weir stuff?
no, but I had a buddy who gave me Project Hail Mary, and he's been all about it. So I might go read like The Martian and a few of the others.
That's
So
cool. I saw the guy from Project Hail Mary at Comic Con. There's a guy that was like
cool.
cosplaying as him with like the spacesuit
Oh,
on,
okay.
and then he had the little polyhedron sphere thing attached to him that
That's
Rocky
cool.
runs around in. So I thought that was fun. That was a creative one.
Spoilers.
That's awesome. I've seen it. I've read it.
Do you
Yeah.
think like Rocky being in it, like in the trailers, is like a spoiler for the book? Because he doesn't come until like the middle, right?
Everyone who had read it was pretty upset that they showed him in the trailers because it was like, I don't know, you could have done so much and not shown it, and then had that been a fun big reveal to everything.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it was like a decent chunk through the book before he even sees anything, and it's like, oh my god, a spaceship.
And then what'd you read?
I read just one thing since we had Comic Con, but I read The Dead Man by Martin Morazzo and W. Maxwell Prince with Chris
Mm-hmm.
O'Halloran. And so this is the team that did Superman the Kryptonite Spectrum and probably most famously Ice Cream Man, which is like a horror series. And this is really good. I think it has a lot of the same momentum that the Superman Kryptonite Spectrum does, which I enjoyed a lot, but it's like its own creepy version of it. And so I think they're kind of pulling from their Ice Cream Man stuff, which has like these, horror ideas, but keeping it in a DC flavor. So it's just kind of more spooky than it is like scary necessarily. But I learned a lot about Dead Man as well, because I feel like the Dead Man book that we read that one time, I was like still kind of just as confused as what this character does. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I will say that it's pretty wordy, almost probably about as much as Supergirl. But what I find interesting is that I am way more drawn to the way that they do it than the way that Tom King does it, because it's just a lot of like I don't know, like Dead Man talking to himself, but you're like learning more about him, and so it's fun to actually go through it. But it is kind of like a hefty issue, which I prefer. So it's cool. But that was really the only thing I got to read this week.
For sure.
What'd you read?
I read 4 and 5 of I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer because Doug
Yeah.
Wagner went to Phoenix Comic Con. That was cool. It didn't end quite how I thought it would, but it was still like a satisfying ending,
Mm-hmm.
His books read really well in trade.
Did you finish it before or after meeting him?
Before.
Okay.
That was it. That was important
Murder
to me.
mystery vibes.
Huh?
Murder mystery vibes.
So the episode where I kind of explain it hasn't come out yet, but it's
Ooh, okay. I'll wait.
no, it's
I
cool.
get
It's
it.
like it's this girl who goes to fashion school but she is a serial killer because she has some sort of skin condition where she gets like these just really bad itches, and the only thing that kind of cures that are these like human blood baths that she
Jeez.
has to take. So
Huh.
she like will skin bodies and just let them drip into her bathtub.
Dang.
And
Hardcore.
but she's kind of got like a little bit of a code kind of thing, and then that kind of gets a little looser throughout the book, so she kind of has to kill in a way. But yeah, good stuff. He's like kind of a horror-esque writer, and will write kind of some fucked up things. And then I read issue 4 of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Alan Moore. Ben, have you ever seen the movie for this?
Yeah. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's not. It's kind of hated on, but
Yeah.
just reading the source material is really fun, and I think it's like a lot better.
Okay.
It's so different. Like the plot seems like I don't remember the plot that much of the movie, but it doesn't. There's not a lot of familiar stuff going on. It's just kind of the characters and getting the band together or whatever. And then I already started a book called Persepolis. It's by Marjane Satrapi, and it's like a memoir about her childhood. and she grew up in Iran, and it's like a just kind of telling like how she was, and her parents were like revolutionaries, and she's in her parents are like constantly kind of explaining to her like what they're fighting for, and in contrast to like what is being taught to her in school and stuff like that. And it's like this kind of it's this
So autobiographical.
yeah, totally. And it's
Cool.
kind of a simple, artwork. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of fun that a lot of these like historical things are being told just kind of through this like childhood lens.
Yeah.
She actually like died like a week ago, and I
Wow.
bought this like a month ago. So I'm like, oh, I should read that. But yeah, it's really good so far.
Did you pick up anything else at the con?
Dude, I did not like get any books. I didn't see like any kind of deals on like trades or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really into digging through long boxes or looking at slabs really.
Yeah.
There's like a couple things like on like my mental list, but I didn't see anything like that. So yeah, a bit of a whiff this year, which is a bummer, but I think I spent more on like beer and food than I did on nerdy shit.
For sure.
So
I picked up this old issue of Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and it's like this cover where Red Arrow, Green Arrow sidekick, is like shooting heroin,
Jeez.
and it's from I don't even know how long ago, but it was like one of DC's or just Big Two's in general, like statements on like a drug epidemic. Is a pretty evocative issue back in the day. So my goal was to get something either Daredevil related, like Frank Miller cover or David Mazzucchelli, which is like older stuff, or some Green Lantern. And I saw this, just kind of looking through. It is raw, so I don't know if it's going to be graded or what it would be graded or whatever. But I've
it's a
always
pretty
seen
popular
issue. Yeah,
cover.
and this series in general is pretty known for like bringing up a lot of like real world issues, but then it's just like Green Lantern and Green Arrow fucking fixing it or whatever. So I think that shit's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Brandon, have you watched anything recently?
That's better noir. You guys caught up on that? Well, not caught up, but
I'm not
I think
either.
I'm only 3 episodes in.
Yeah, I just watched the first one.
Yeah,
So
3 is
far,
about
so
where I
good?
am.
Okay.
You liking it so far?
Black and white or color?
Black and white.
Gotta go black and white.
Gotta go black and white. Yeah, it's fun. Viv's really into murder mystery stuff, so it's been a fun little like crime noir thing. Love the transatlantic accents.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just fun.
Yeah, dude, they put their full
in
ass
black
into
and
that.
white. Yeah. In black and white, the like color or the like low lighting is really well done. So it looks really cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. Just seeing Nick Cage in that role is just so unintentionally funny sometimes, and just the way that he's like talking and his cadence and everything. So it's very entertaining. That's cool. You watching anything else?
Viv and I have been cranking through One Piece.
Wow.
I got her into it from the live action, so we've been crushing it. Daniel's astonished.
I thought you guys are caught up on that. No?
I'm caught up on it. So I'm rewatching it with her, which is kind of fun because I like watched it when it was just on in the background.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like watching it now.
What episode are you guys on?
310, I think, is our next episode. So
Dang.
it's a kind of a big episode. So I know it's coming.
That's cool.
What about you, Nathan?
Dude, I don't think I watched anything new. It's been very boring for me this week, unfortunately.
Yeah, neither have I. Really.
Just watched a little bit more of the Devil May Cry season 2, which is pretty good, but I've just kind of given up on trying to follow a lot of that story. So I'm just kind of there for vibes, which are pretty good in that show. So
Sick.
That's nice.
So what are you going to read next week, Nathan? What are we going to read next week?
do we even, is Spider-Man? Is that when we're supposed to do that? Or
No,
that
that's
is coming
late
up.
July.
That's late July? Okay. So is
July
it just
31st.
just free reign?
Yeah. We could do another nomination if you wanted, or we can just do something random.
I'm down for something random.
Okay. Should we do the spreadsheet?
Yeah. Let's crank out
Did
the
you
spreadsheet.
add anything to it?
Yes, I did. I added like 5 things to the already 200 books or whatever that are on there. So
Yeah.
they don't put a lot of shit on there.
That's awesome.
Because I just have been adding shit to this list in my notes, and then I'm just like, it's when there's like everything available and none of us really know what we want to do. Is like we just kind of need someone to tell us.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a giant wheel?
I wish we had a giant wheel. Even if it was like loaded up on a website somewhere, because I've seen like
Sure you
TikToks
could
of
do
people
that.
load up like 1,000 things on like a wheel and spin it.
Dude, I just like would not want to input like all
I
the.
know.
There's got to be some sort of like I can upload a spreadsheet.
You could
to-
probably do that, or at least copy and paste.
Yeah,
But I don't know. There's not any Eisners that you wanted to do, right?
not really.
All right. Let's spread the sheets.
Okay. We got Cage by Jenny Tartakovsky.
Cage
Yeah,
Cage.
Luke Cage is like a Luke Cage story by
by Jendy Tartakovsky, like Samurai Jack guy.
Samurai Jack.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's sweet.
What was that other? It's like unicorn something.
He did that one with the dogs. His dog's getting his balls taken away.
Yeah, Fixed. Good
Fixed.
movie.
Yeah, you saw that. A lot of people didn't like it, but we liked it.
They don't get it, dude. You gotta.
I
That's a great
do
name.
remember this.
Yeah.
This came out. I think I remember seeing this while I was in college. So, okay, cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
I don't think he did many comics,
No,
so I
He's a
just
good
added it
animation
on there.
guy.
I'm like, we got to see what this is about.
yeah, that's a good one. Let's do that.
Ooh, sounds good. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everybody. Brandon, thanks for
Thanks
coming
for having
on.
me.
Definitely. We'll see you for Dungeon Crawler Carl.
But yeah,
Yes. Yeah. There is a TV show at some point. So
Okay, definitely before then. We got a link tree in the bio. Like, comment, subscribe. You can email us at traderspod@gmail.com. Tell us if you read this and if you liked it.
is there
And goodbye.